So I'm headed to go to my first in-person consultation. You're going to be okay with your skin. It's just going to be hanging there. I am about to do a Zoom consultation with a doctor in Mexico. Something just doesn't sit right with me about like helping someone get through cancer and then sticking implants in them, which is like known for causing cancer. I really am looking for a doctor that specializes in explanting, but also is an advocate for it.
My name is Jordan, and for the last 9 years, I've been living for what many might have looked like a dream. I was a real estate broker in one of the fastest growing cities of America, but for some reason could just never quite find happiness. After being diagnosed with a rare, incurable eye disease that oftentimes leads to blindness, I decided now more than ever is a time for me to follow my true dreams, which is to see the world. So I packed up my bags, packed up my home, and bought a one-way ticket across the world. During my solo travels, I rediscovered a new meaning for life and found that there was hope for me to heal my own body. I'm so excited that you're joining me on this journey as I rediscover me and find that this diagnosis was the best thing that ever happened to me.
So I'm headed to go to my first in-person consultation in Dallas. So I'm driving about an hour and a half to go to this consultation, and I hope that it goes well. So I'm in the waiting room to go to this consultation, and this is from a doctor that I was recommended to by somebody that messaged me on Instagram. So I just got done with that consultation. Definitely an experience. So from the very beginning, the nurse didn't even really know what en-bloc capsulectomy was. So that was kind of a sign to me that was not really good. But I overlooked it. And then when I got to talk to the doctor, he basically assured me that he could do en-bloc, you know, the whole consultation. But then at the end wanted to tell me that just be aware that sometimes it's not possible to do en-bloc. So if you get your pictures back, it could be not en-bloc looking, which was just like not a good sign to me. I'm like, he's already kind of making excuses for like why it's not going to be an en-bloc capsulectomy. And then he began to kind of try to put fear in me about like doing a lift or not. He was like, are you sure you don't want to lift? You're going to be okay with your skin. It's just going to be hanging there, which like the other doctors I've talked to have said, you know, just get them removed. And then if you want to get a lift later, get one later. But they definitely weren't saying like, you need to get one. So just the fact that he was like trying to put fear in me, like, oh, your skin's just going to be hanging there, was not really my cup of tea. I didn't really like that. And I just continued to explain to him like my objective is not the aesthetic look of my body, it's my health. And he just didn't really like seem to understand why or how someone could not care what their body looked like. So that was kind of just not a great vibe for me. And then when I got to go to talk to the girl who told you about payment, the actual cost of the surgery itself was almost double what they quoted me over the phone. And so, yeah, just all the way around, not a great experience. I'm really hoping that this consultation with this doctor in Mexico goes well. He specializes in explanting, and he came really recommended from somebody that I know that got hers explanted, and a lot of her friends have gone to him. So fingers crossed. I have that consultation here in a couple of days, so we'll see. So it's Friday night, and I am about to do a Zoom consultation with a doctor in Mexico. This doctor was recommended to me by somebody I was connected with via Instagram. This girl was introduced to me from somebody I know in Dallas. The girl is from Dallas, but she moved to the Puerto Vallarta area and she got her implants taken out there along with a lot of her other friends went to this doctor. So I'm about to do this phone consultation and let you know how it goes. So I just had my consultation with the doctor in Mexico and I'm waiting on them to send me a quote, but I just for some reason feel like my gut's telling me to go with this specific doctor because I know he's highly recommended from the Facebook group that I'm in and that basically every woman is in it that is trying to get their breasts taken out. But he's recommended in the group, and then he also has done a girl's boobs that I know too that's from Dallas. So and it's in the place that I really want to move to. So I'm just feeling kind of good about him. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit with it, I guess, for a bit. So I'm at my cousin's house watching her sweet dog for the weekend, but I wanted to do an update on my research for my breast consultation. So at this point, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consultations, I think. I've had 5 over the phone and 1 in person. So yesterday I had a consultation that was kind of refreshing to me. There was a doctor that I had 2 or 3 of my friends really recommend. Granted, they were recommending him their experience with him was about breast augmentation, and I'm really hoping to find a doctor that specializes in breast explants. But regardless, since I had several people that I trust rave about this doctor, and I looked up his reviews and he had really great reviews, I decided to go ahead and speak with him. So yesterday I had a phone consultation with him. We talked for about 30 minutes. He was super, super nice. I felt really good about him, and then I got the price tag for it. So his price was about $9,000, and I just, thought he was a really lovely person and all of that. But just the more that I thought about it, obviously the price tag is like a really big thing, but also I had asked him about like possibly promoting or just that I would be documenting all of this on my social media, and he just asked that I not include his name because he really doesn't want to like market that he does explants. And I just was kind of like thinking about my intention and thinking about what I'm looking for, and I really am looking for a doctor that specializes in explanting, but also is an advocate for it. The doctor that I spoke with yesterday, something that I really liked about him is that he helps women that have had breast cancer and helps do like reconstructive surgery for them. So I think that's really, really awesome. But something just doesn't sit right with me about like helping someone get through cancer and then sticking implants in them, which is like known for causing cancer. So so I just like, after getting the price tag that he was charging, I just kind of thought about it more, and I was like, you know what? I have the option in Mexico, which is like $4,100, and I know that he's highly recommended. I know a lot of people that have gone to him. I could do that in Mexico. It's going to be a little bit more difficult because I'm going to have somebody fly out there and stay with me for 2 weeks. That will be more difficult, but at least I know that doctor is like, he knows what he's doing and he's highly recommended. And he's on that like Facebook group website thing that has like almost 200,000 women in it. He's like the #1 doctor in Mexico. So I have that option. And then the other option is there is a doctor in Dallas that I have heard about since I began this process. He, again, is on that website that I keep referencing. He's like one of the top 4 doctors that they recommend all over the world. And he's based here in Dallas. I already have his pricing, and his pricing is $7,500 for just an explant. So he's already cheaper than what a lot of these doctors are charging that don't normally do explants, because the doctors that don't normally do it, or they don't like market their business about it. They're charging around $9,000 to $10,000. But this doctor that I'm talking about, he charges less, and this is basically like all his practices is doing explants, and people fly from all over the world to go to him. Now, the downside about him is that his dates are, or his surgery is booked up until like September. So I wouldn't be able to get my breast taken out until the fall, which means it's going to halt basically this entire detox program that I'm doing, which a lot of the herbs I can't even start taking for detoxing because they will physically start to try to push my implants out of my body. My body will start rejecting them. So the cons of going with that doctor in Dallas is that it's going to just put a halt to like this healing process that I'm on. But I went ahead and scheduled a consultation with him. The earliest consultation he had was a month and a half away. So it's March 1st. So I have a consult with him. And then after that consult with him, I'm just going to kind of decide probably between him and the doctor in Mexico. The doctor in Mexico is about $2,500 cheaper. And I want to move to that part of Mexico. So I kind of would just get settled in and then get surgery. But the only downfall is I'm going to have to like have somebody come out there and help me. As opposed to being here in Dallas, I can stay with my parents and my mom can help me. So that's where I'm at with my decision making. 6 consultations down. I'm feeling pretty confident about the Mexico doctor and this doctor in Dallas. I just got to wait until March 1st to talk to him. So that's my update.